Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another weekly breakdown here on Intuition FX. I hope everyone's had a great weekend so far, and I hope everyone is ready for the week ahead. Firstly, apologies for not uploading a live commentary this week. I wasn't able to record the trading session live, and that was due to my computer just started to bug out, and it took me a couple of days. I had to order a new SSD. I had to install Windows again. I had to install Google Chrome, OBS, Telegram. I basically got everything like redone on my computer, and unfortunately, all my data has been lost. In the sense that I'm fortunate in the sense that I backed up all my data, on an external hard drive anyway. I always do, especially with the ICT videos, especially with important things. I always have them backed up, but some data was lost. For example, the weekly breakdowns I've recorded before in the past, but they've all been uploaded to YouTube anyway, so it's not really a losing situation as they are out in the public. But I guess there's other things I've probably lost in there, but it's fine. It's all good. We move ahead. So before we actually what I'll do is I'll go through my analysis, I'll go through what I'm looking for, and then I'll explain my trade idea and I'll explain the trade idea that I took last week, and the one that I did not get a commentary for. So I think it must have been somewhere. It will be in one of these here, so we'll see. Anyways, obviously we start off with the Forex Factory. This week we've got NFP. So we know the protocol for NFP is we do not trade Friday and we do not trade Thursday. Personally, I do not trade Mondays either. It is a bank holiday tomorrow, so for those of you guys who have plans, I hope you have a great bank holiday. But my trading days will be Tuesday and Wednesday, so those are the only two trading days I am looking at. I have no intention to trade Monday, Thursday, or Friday, so I'm limiting myself to Tuesday and Wednesday, hoping to find 2%, and we will see if that pans out. Again, we're not going to be forcing a trade, and I will explain why this patience is something that's very important. So going back to the charts here on my analysis, looking at the dollar, look, let me start off with GU firstly, and this is me being honest. I am not sure where GU is going. Looking at it on a weekly, it could be headed to the downside. I don't feel comfortable saying anything yet. Look, we are still within a monthly bullish order block. We have 4 days remaining, so I'm interested to see how this pair moves. But again, personally, guys, I'm staying out of GU. Looking at dollar, let me expand that. So dollar, we had these blue lines here are SMTs with Euro USD. Again, we've taken out a lot of buy side liquidity. We do have this buy side liquidity here. We do have this volume imbalance, which I do think price will trade into. So let's take this. I'm going to keep that line on there for now, because this is a higher time frame chart. And if we just go over here, draw this volume imbalance out, take that across there. I do think we are going to trade in this volume imbalance maybe one more time before we head higher, but I do think we are headed for the upside. I do think we are headed for the upside over here. Going for this buy side liquidity over here. We do have another PD array to look at here, volume imbalance over here, boom, there. That's be another target. If we get above here, that'll be my next target, and then my target after that will be buy side liquidity over here. Again, nothing to force, but the way price is going, I do think if we look at this on a, let's say we look at on a weekly time frame, this does look like a accumulation, manipulation, distribution season. So we do have a lot of accumulation over here. For the better part of the first year, we did have a lot of accumulation. We had that manipulation to the downside in July, and now I feel like we could be for the rest of the year distributing to the upside. I do think we are going to get a lot of momentum, and it'll be interesting to see how far up we go. But like I said, guys, for now my target is this buy side liquidity over here, and then if it does go above there, we do have this volume imbalance, and if it does go above this volume imbalance, we do have this buy side liquidity over here. So I want to see how price reacts and how price trades higher. Opposite to that is Euro USD, and I'm very interested again to see how Euro USD trades. Looking at it, we came off that weekly volume imbalance. Looking at a monthly time frame, weekly volume imbalance which was in there, and we have traded lower ever since. Looking at it on the daily time frame again, we have, you know, taken out this low. So sorry, that's my chair. Wait, yep. So we have taken out this low. We have come into this order block over here. So I'm interested to see how we trade. Do we trade lower? It'll be very interesting to see. Do we get below this low over here? Again, how am I looking at trades? I'm looking at them on a very intra-week basis. So again, as you guys know, I go for my 20 pips or my 2% a week. Sometimes it is sometimes I do end up making 40 pips a week, but I only end up making 2% because of my RR. But again, it depends on what the market offers me this week. If I do see a nice opportunity for a market maker sell or buy model, like I said, I can get 1 or 2% and I'm happy with that. So right now, if dollar is going to push to the upside, then I do want to see euro push to the downside. But like I said, it'll be very interesting to see how we trade as the week begins. But like I said, guys, Mondays, I don't trade. So Mondays, we're going to see what happens tomorrow. Tuesday and Wednesday, it looks like we're going to get some nice movement. We should be able to find one opportunity. Should be able to find some pips in here. I do think it'll be possible. And again, Thursday, Friday, I will not be taking a single trade. I will be demo trading or doing any other work that needs my attention, or any other things in my life that need attention. Those are the things I will be catching up on. And there we go. This is the trade I want to explain to you guys. This is the trade that I took. So firstly, let me just explain why this trade was taken. So I really should start using the object tree. If anyone does know how to use it properly, please do message me, because I don't know why I keep messing it up. But anyways, guys, firstly, let me just title this. Let's look at this on a weekly time frame, right? Why did I go into this week shorting EU on a Thursday? Mondays I don't trade. Tuesday I was looking for shorts, it missed my sell limit. Wednesday I called the shorts, however it was a London trade, so therefore I wasn't able to actually trade it because my rules state that I must trade New York, because that is a session I genuinely have the best success rate in. My win ratio is much higher than that in London, and you know, again, in London, you know, I'm not as confident, so I stick to what I know for now. And again, I demo trade London outside, just to, you know, get my confidence up on there so I can get that back. So by the time we had got to, let's say, Thursday morning, I had seen that we have done an immediate rebalance. What is an immediate rebalance? Now, please correct me if I'm wrong. The reason I say this is because I don't want to claim that I know everything about the markets, but immediate rebalance is, you see the way this candle traded higher, closing out what could have been a fair value gap, goes into this candle's low over here, trades right into it, boom. That is an immediate rebalance. Now, what does this mean to me? To me, this means price wants to run away because it doesn't leave a gap here. It doesn't want price to come back into there as a retracement, you know, to fill in later as an efficiency. It's just filled it in completely straight away and it wants to run down quick. And that is exactly what's happened. That is an indication to me that maybe this week we'll see a very quick week as well. But again, guys, that we will see. Now, looking at a daily time frame, I'm going to put the chart up in a minute, but I'm just showing you guys what I was looking at. So we had the weekly imbalance, immediate rebalance. What did we also have at the same time, guys? We also had this over here. We had an inversion fair value gap over here. Again, I don't use these often. I use them sometimes. I use them more on my demo because I'm not too confident with them, but there are times where I say to myself, okay, let me draw this up and it should match up with my bias, and it did. I only use it as a confluence, so I took 50% of this inversion fair value gap over here, take that across. But the reason I knew Thursday was going to be a down day and it was going to explode to the downside was one reason only, and that was the idea of a propulsion block. Now, what is a propulsion block? A propulsion block is, we see this bearish order block over here. It is this up candle closed within this up candle over here, right? And when it closes like that, often the next candle is going to be an explosive candle. ICT does go through this. Again, this is not something I've invented. This is from ICT's teaching. This is a propulsion block, and it gave me an indication of when this candle closed on Wednesday. I said to myself, tomorrow we're going to the downside, hence why I was confident on taking a trade. Now, if I just put the lipstick, as ICT says on there. You guys can see here the weekly immediate rebalance I've got out, 50% of the inversion fair value gap. I also have, if I go on the 1 hour time frame, I had all of this. So I had the weekly opening price. Look how I trade from the weekly opening price. This is Monday midnight. This is the weekly opening price, power of 3, right? We went higher open, and then we go higher, and then there we go, we distribute to the downside, retrace higher, boom, closing low. So let me take away this over here, and let me take away this over here, so it makes more sense. So how did this trade idea come in? So again, weekly immediate rebalance, 50% inversion fair value gap, right? We traded lower. We traded lower on the Tuesday. On the Tuesday night, I called this short over here. Again, it was during London, hence I didn't trade it. Once I had seen price had dropped that quick, I said to myself, I said, I don't want to be trading New York because we've moved so quick and sharp and we've done enough pips in London. I was thinking that New York could be a reversal, but I don't like it when I'm on 50-50, so I just stay out, and here you go, I was right. We then dipped into this 1 hour fair value gap again, but what was my confluence of taking this short? It wasn't because we've just randomly come up with this 1 hour fair value gap again. We actually had SMT with DXY, but what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to show you over here. So we had this high over here, sorry, this low on dollar and the high on euro, and as you can see, we did not take out this low on dollar, but we did take out that high on euro. So that was my indication that, okay, DXY is going to run to the upside, and this will allow me to find shorts on euro. So I started looking at shorts on euro. And again, we have the daily order block. The daily order block is in line with the weekly opening price. Again, daily order block over there, daily order block plus a daily propulsion block. So to me, this was the indication that, okay, we are going to go to the downside, but this is how fractal price is, ladies and gentlemen. When I saw this, let's go on a 30-minute, let's go on a 15-minute, let's say, let's go on a 30-minute, okay, 30-minute time frame. I saw the SMT, we above Asian high over here. We have the breaker, we have this fair value gap, price traded into it over here in London, went lower. Why did I take this trade over here? 1 hour propulsion block, right? London had made the high of the day, right? To me, it had made the high of the day, and I was going for sell side liquidity over here, the PDL. And we had the 1 hour propulsion block and the 1 hour order block. As you guys can see here, we close as an up candle. Can you see? Closes an up candle over here. New York, 7 o'clock. I went short as soon as over here. And I put my stop loss above because I said to myself, we should not be going higher than this. And there we go. I just rode it down. Now, as we got to the day, as we can see, you will see over here, the time over here is 8:45 Eastern Standard Time. So we were coming towards, we were coming towards the end of New York, and I was not happy with the fact that price wanted to reverse. And to be quite honest with you, I did exit my trade here. I did exit my trade at I think it's nearly 24 pips, 30 pips nearly, about 30 pips. And I did manage to get my 2R, which was brilliant. So as you can see, if I just left a runner on, it would have just gone and hit my take profit. But again, to me, I hit my 2%. It was a Thursday. I said, you know what? I'm happy with what I have. I'm just going to let it go. And it is what it is. But nonetheless, you guys can see the amount of patience I must have had to sit here, not trade Monday because it's not a day I trade. Let Tuesday create the high of the week. So guys, you got to understand, I'm already noting these things as I go along. So on Tuesday, I'm saying to myself, okay, Tuesday's trading price action has gone. New York Tuesday, I'm saying to myself, okay, we might have created the low high of the day here. Okay, let me see now. So Wednesday, there we go. Like I said, I call them shorts. And then Thursday is when I take my execution, is when I see myself trading my model to its perfection and giving me an opportunity during New York. Daily order block, SMT, propulsion block, like it had like extra things in there just to make it better. And again, that is where I got my trade. Is like one trade, my first and last trade of the week. And guys, when I hit my 2%, I did not bother looking at Friday. I didn't even look at a chart. I'm seeing this for the first time on all of this price action. So To me, trading is about having my time back. I got into this industry for one reason and one reason only, and that was because I wanted freedom of my time, right? The money will come 100%, right? I'm a firm believer of that. I have that confidence. But to me, it was my time. I don't want to be sitting on a chart 9 to 5, just to make 1% a week, right? Now, don't get me wrong. When I started out in this industry, when I started out in 2020, the mentorship, when I went through it, yes, there were countless hours in the chart. There were countless hours. I was spending 14, 15 hours a day, nearly even 16 hours a day just sitting in front of a chart, watching videos and backtesting. Hence why I'm able to sit here and confidently talk about one model again and again and again. If you guys talk to me about another model or another way of trading, I might not understand it as much because I have genuinely dissected market maker buy and sell models a lot. When I came out on Twitter in 2021, I know my name was going around a lot in the space because the market maker buy and sell models. A lot of people were DMing me saying a lot of people haven't done this before, like you and one or two other people are like coming out with this model and you're like trading it so much. And again, I don't take credit for anything. This is ICT's work, so I'm blessed for ICT to put it out there for us to learn it as students. And it just goes to show that, yes, you need adaptability in this market, right? 100%. And that will come with time. But for now, you need to find the one thing that works for you again and again and again, and find your edge and just make sure that you can eat. That's the number one thing right now, is to be able to eat, right? Without leaving your house. Without going on a conspiracy note, I do think there is something coming. I've always been someone into, I say conspiracy in quotation marks. I've always been someone who's been into these kind of things. If you knew me personally, I know I don't show my personal face a lot, or I don't share my personal name or my personal details or my personal life stories on trading, or, who I am, who is behind Intuition FX. I did say a lot of stuff about the 2020, stuff. And it's crazy to see how we might be going back into those conditions at the end of this year in December. I do think they are bringing a lot of stuff on the news about a new variant, but again, I don't want to say too much on here because I don't want this YouTube channel to get taken down, and I don't want this to be a political space. But my point is this: if you are coming to a point of the ability where you are doing 1 to 2% a week, I think you need to be grateful. And the reason I say this is because, and I'm about to read a tweet that I tweeted, which is, the fact that most prop firms have unlimited time to complete the challenges is amazing. You have no reason to rush. Do 1 to 2% a week and you're winning. Some of you don't get it. 100k funded, 1% a week is 4k a month. How can you complain when you make 1500 from your job? And then someone tweeted under that, talking to me, saying, sorry guys, just bear with me for one moment. I am literally just gonna pull up what the reply to that was. Yeah, he goes, after profit split and tax is about 2,400 a month, just above average salary in the UK, depending on where you live. It's the freedom of time that makes you worth it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely true, right? But the point I'm trying to get to you is this: 1 to 2% may look like nothing to you. It may look like, especially if you're on a 10k account, you're thinking, what's 100, 200 a week gonna do for me, right? 200 a week, 2 times 4 is 8. That's £800 a month. That is still something to be proud of. If you can carve that from a computer screen, this is the way I think. I have a very different way of thinking things, right? I say to myself, if I can carve money out of a computer screen, that is the most beautiful thing I have in this life. Right? Now, 1 or 2% might mean nothing to you on a 10k. But when you get to a 100k, 6-figure funded account, right? You say to yourself, 1% a week is £1,000 a week. That, a lot of people can't fathom that. You got to understand that not a lot of people make £1,000 a week. A lot of people make 400 to 500, right? If you're on a standard wage, right? But then that's not where the fun stops, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you guys need to understand. You need to understand that 100k, you've just started your journey. What happens when you go to my Forex funds and get a 200k account? What happens when you get a 300k account? 300k account, ladies and gentlemen, which you can buy for £1,000, right? I'm not saying go there, but I'm trying to make you understand that once you have a skill set of doing a certain percent, right? it's all, then it's just about how much capital you got. If you have a 300k account and you do 1% a week, ladies and gentlemen, 1% a week, that's 3 grand a week. Times that by 4, that's 12 grand a month. Take away the profit split. Yes, I understand. You still be earning 8-9 grand a month. That is absolutely beautiful to do on the bare minimum. Now, I'm not saying for the rest of your life, do the bare minimum. Yes, you can aim for 6% a month, 10% a month. But what is the most important thing in this industry is consistency. If you can consistently do 10% a month, that is brilliant. But for all of you guys out there that are pushing for 10% a month, but cannot even do 25 pips a week or 2% a week or even 1.5% a week, what makes you think you're capable of doing 10% a month? That is a harsh reality, and the reason I talk about this with so much passion and so much force in my voice is because I understand what it feels like to be losing and losing and losing and losing, right? And then finally coming to a point where you found your consistency. I understand how it feels to have made money in the market and then for 6 months go on a losing streak where you're not making as much as you used to. You've tasted it now and what it mentally does to you, right? You go on a losing streak, and I got myself back up on my feet and found consistency again. I found consistency and happiness and simplicity. I used to be that one guy who used to think about doing 6% in one trade, 10% in one trade. I want to do 30% a month. I want to rack up millions within a year. That's not the mindset to go with. Yes, everything needs to be done with speed, but speed needs to be like enforced with caution, right? Is what I'm trying to say. So to all you new traders out there, there's a beautiful thing about ICT right now, which a lot of us did not have back in 2020, 2019. ICT's come out with the 2022 model and has given it to you on a plate. He's given you a template. This is the times. He's coming out with macros. He's coming out with so many things. And if you're not grateful for that, I don't think you've truly watched the 12-month mentorship and tried to put jigsaw puzzles together with his weekly breakdowns. ICT's given you that model, right? You guys need to do is you need to go out there and do what ICT is telling you to do, and obviously have your own edge, have your own twist, have your own variation to things. Now, guys, another amazing thing about prop firms is a lot of them are getting rid of the 30-day challenge time limit. A lot of them are saying, okay, you have unlimited time. That's even better for you guys, because I used to sit there and I used to complain to myself and say, oh man, only if I had more than 30 days, only if I had one more week, I could just pass this challenge. And when they came out with no trading, no time, no limit, you can't complain now and say you don't have enough time. You do have enough time. The thing is, you're rushing in your head. And that's not what you guys want to do. When you rush things, when you don't do things with caution, you're trying to jump the boat. You're trying to do more than you're trying to bite more than you can chew. And that's not something you want to do. Right? Again, I've learned this the hard way, and I've never really come on this channel and I've spoken my heart out. And I feel like this isn't even my heart out. This is just like the tip of the iceberg of the pain I've gone through in this industry to understand the level of thinking I have now. If you're starting off in this industry and you just just go for 2% a week, let's say, yeah, and you find consistency in that, you're doing so much better than a lot of people. So much better. And again, yes, you might start off on a 10k account, then you might start off on a 20k account, then a 50k account. But when you start hitting those 50k accounts, 100k accounts, 200k accounts, and you start doing 2% a week, you'll be making people's wages in a week. But you need to give yourself time. You need to be cautious with yourself. I'm not saying go easy on yourself, but I'm saying don't expect to master this industry in a year. I'm coming up to 4 years now, and I think I've been through the ups and downs, and I know there's many more to come. But I think I've found the edge after 4 years. It's taken me a lot of time to get through this industry, a lot of time, and I feel like, I feel like I'll just be a student for this for a very long time. But going off that, it's just that I know that was a bit much, but like I say, like, guys, in this industry, honestly, less is more. Because I say this to people. I say, if you had 500k, like if you had 400k in funding, let's say that's the max you can get, I think, with FTMO or MyForex funds, and you do 1% a week, that's 4k a week. Like, are you really gonna complain? People don't even do that in a month. That's like someone's 2 months like salary wage, 3 months in a lot of people earn 1600 a month. That's like someone's quarter. You've earned what someone earns in a quarter in a week. That's how I look at things. I look at things with that perspective in my mind. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, let's see where this week goes. You know, I hope my breakdown of the trade, I hope this little pep talk, I guess, I hope it's made you guys understand things from a different perspective. And like, guys, I understand that. I know it's easy saying just do 1 or 2% a week, but that's something you have to go and find in the market. If you can't find 20 pips in the market, like, honestly, I don't think you're ready for a funded challenge. You shouldn't be doing that if you cannot find them 25 pips a week. If you cannot do that 1 or 2% a week. That's like, there's people out there, you know, wanting to do like 6%, 7% a week. If you cannot do 2, why are you aiming for 7? Right? Start small. I promise you, if you just go with the journey over time, I promise you, over time, your account will grow, your skill will grow, your account size will grow, the money will grow, everything will grow. But you need to grow as a person first. You need to be disciplined. There's so, like, guys, go back to the commentaries, go back to the Telegram for the past month or so. How many times have I sat here and said, I've done my 2%, that's it, I'm demo trading? So many times. Because once I've made that 2% on my live account, I say to myself, I am done. I am done. Because I'm teaching myself discipline here. I'm teaching myself, listen, that's your weekly target. You hit that weekly target and you stop. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to do 2% a week for the rest of my life. I could do. I could make a very beautiful living out of it. Do I want to aim for a little bit more? Maybe, yes. But for now, and maybe for a couple more months, I might just do 2% a week for quite a while. If it's carving me out a decent, you know, monetary amount a week, I might stay on this for a while until I feel confident enough to scale up. To do what makes you comfortable in this industry, in the sense that, in terms of risk, your mental capital is very important, right? And have a weekly target, trade it, and once you've hit it, stop. If you want to trade demo after that. If you want to, you know, if you got the urge to press buttons, press them on demo. But on your live, you need to condition yourself to follow a rule-based system. Almost like a robot. But you can't be a robot because you're a human. Emotions are there. But you've got to be very systematic. On that note, I hope everybody has a fantastic week ahead of them. If I find any trade opportunities, I will drop them in the Telegram. You guys know what I'm looking at anyway. Hope everyone has a great week. Again, guys, it's NFP. Do not be risking your money stupendously after Thursday, Friday. On Thursday, Friday, why would you do it? Monday, I'm not trading. It's bank holiday. Tuesday, Wednesday, I will try to look for something. If not, I will catch you guys next Sunday on a weekly breakdown. Peace.